our second offering is going to be the Bacolod Bingo Plus against the already eliminated Makati Manila Kingpin. And in our main game, it's the Caloocan Excellence Victory Liner testing the mettle of our home squad, the Batangas City Embassy Chill. San Juan Knights and the Rizal Xentro Mall Golden Coolers will be gutting it out in our first game. Jolo Mendoza, Troy Malilin, J-Boy Gob coming back here para sa Rizal Xentro Mall Golden Coolers. Let's get the show on the road. Let's turn you over to our Coliseum announcer, Richard Tampos, for our player introductions.
A very pleasant afternoon and welcome to the first game of our triple header here at Batangas City Coliseum. It's San Juan versus Rizal on the OK Bet Manny Pacquiao's MPBL 4th season, presented by Extreme. Here are the starters. First, for San Juan Knights, go for gold. Small forward number 3, Joseph Marquez. One guard number 5, Orlan Wamar. Power forward number 9, Dexter Maiquez. Playing center number 11, Jeff Tahunera. Starting at guard number 17, Judel Fuentes. San Juan Knights go for goal is led by Randy Alcantara. His assistants are Yon Garcia, Nani Puntunan, and Jerry Andalion. Team managers, the MPBL All-Star Executive Game, back-to-back champion coach Junis Mon, team governor Chris Conway. Now the starting 5 for Rizal Golden Coolers, Central Mall. Playing center number 12, J-Boy Gob. Power forward number 14, Troy Malilin. Small forward number 17, Alvin Capobres. Starting at guard number 19, Jolo Mendoza. Point guard number 21, Keanu Caballero. Rizal Golden Coolers Central Mall head coach is Jonathan Banal. His assistants are Don Uro, Dexter Rosales, James Ongpin, Dan Vasquez, and Waylon Nibaten. Team manager is Angie Azores. Referees for this ball game are Alan Manzano, Bayani.
Starters for this ball game, Orlan Mamar, Judel Fuentes, Jeff Taunera, Dexter Maiquez, and Joseph Marquez para kay Coach Randy Alcantara. Sa kabilang panig naman, it's Keanu Caballero, Jolo Mendoza, J-Boy Gob, Troy Malilin, and Alvin Capobres for Coach Jonathan Banal. And we are just about underway here. Tip off in a few moments. Referees for this game, Alan Manzano, referee 2, Bayani Francisco, Eddie Villarosa is umpire 2, and the fourth man is June Makailo. Rizal now winning the opening tip here. The Golden Coolers coming off a loss in their last game against the Imus Bandera. It was a lopsided victory. Caballero gets his team on the board. First 3 points of this game, courtesy of Keanu Caballero. Golden Coolers employing full court pressure defense here to begin this game. Wamar breaks free. That's a block by Gob. Caballero now looking at his options. Gets a screen from Malilin. Capobres will take it from the outside. That's way off. Fuentes now walking it up. Maiquez trying to get position underneath against Troy Malilin, who falls on our A-boards. The Knights saw their 5-game winning streak come to an end at the hands of the Gensan Warriors in their last game. That was a 69-79 decision. After shooting the lights out in their past matches, San Juan was limited to just 34.7% from the field in that game. Maiquez gets his team on the board. First 2 points para sa San Juan. Gob, one-hander, doesn't work. San Juan on the other way. Omar calls out the play. Double high screen here for Orlan. Maiquez breaks free. Works on Malilin once again. The kick out. Balong Marquez. 3. Yes, sir. Marquez only played almost 8 minutes in their last game, scoring 6 points. Caballero locates Mendoza off the staggered. 8 on the shot clock here. Gob on the roll. Kick out, Capobres, 4 seconds left. Up and under, well challenged there. Omar sets it up here for San Juan. Omar only was held to 2 points in their last game after scoring a bunch in their last few matches, especially in that 5-game winning streak. Mendoza, good pass up ahead to Malilin, and Troy will score. Five to 5 is the count in the early goings of our game. Fuentes works on Caballero, the step back. That jumper is short. Capobres up ahead, Caballero. No numbers here for Rizal. Mendoza will take it anyway. Yes, almost. Not quite. Para kay Jolo Mendoza. Fuentes formed one half of that deadly backcourt duo with Orlan Omar. That's going to be a traveling against Tajonera. Here's that forward pass. Mendoza playing good music there with Troy Malilin. The Ateneo Blue Eagle connection on full display in that sequence. 3 minutes into this first quarter. This is the first game of your Thursday triple header. You have the All-Star game happening on Sunday in this very venue. Watch out for that. There's going to be 3 games on that day. Oh, sorry, 2 games. The executive game, and then we have the side events, the slam dunk on, the 3-point shootout rather, and the All-Star game. Capobres gets fouled on the way up. That foul is going to go against Marquez. First team foul here for San Juan. 2 shots here for Alvin Capobres. Capobres 5 out of 8 in their last game. This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. No go on the first para kay Capobres. Coach Jonathan Banal on your screens. Zero out of 2 on that trip para kay Alvin Capobres. San Juan currently sits at number 4 in the North Division and is assured of home court advantage, at least in the first round. Empty possession for the Knights. Caballero. Malilin couldn't get that jumper to work. San Juan here on the counter. Omar free for 3. That shot's long. Marquez offensive rebound. Post move. Back irons that one. Caballero forward to Capobres. Tries to spin his way through, but Omar is there. Orlan cross court Marquez. Fuentes trying to snake his way through. Fall away. That's short. Mendoza pushing. One man to beat. Dempsey Do doesn't work. Tajonera with the rebound. Fuentes push shot is good. 7-5 is the count now. San Juan in the driver's seat. While San Juan is number 4 in the North, Rizal sits at the number 6 spot as of the moment sa South Division. Assured of the playoffs, but that number 6 spot still not yet set in stone. Ano pa pwede mangyari in the last remaining games of this season, depending on the outcomes of the remaining matches, including this one. Last 2 games na para sa Golden Coolers. Meanwhile, Mendoza is fouled by Orlan Omar. Substitutions from both squads. Joseph Celso, Ron Denison, Michael Calisaan checking into the game for Coach Randy Alcantara. Meanwhile, on the other end, it's Jordan Rios and Jeric Serrano para kay Coach Tantan Banal. Mendoza sinks the first. Mendoza's presence sorely missed in their last games. The leading scorer for the Golden Coolers. Trying to make up for lost time here. Mendoza sinks his first 2 points of the game by the charity stripe. Calisan receives the inbound. Fuentes, all-star starter in the north. His first all-star nod in his very young MPBL career. Step back, doesn't go. Fuentes has been struggling in their past 2 matches after going off. Jel Fuentes only 3 out of 19 from the field in 31 minutes against the Gensan Warriors. 1 out of 11 from downtown. Usually a very efficient 3-point shooter. Taiwan will give Fuentes a spell on the bench here. More than halfway through this first period. That's the first game of our Thursday triple header. We have Bacolod going up against Makati later on at 7 p.m. And it's the Excellence visiting to challenge the home team, the Batangas City Embassy Chill, as Jordan Rios hits from the outside. Rizal in control here, 10-7. Taiwan, the handoff. Denison gets it to Celso, and he will be fouled here. Trip to the line para kay Joseph Celso. There's that 3-point shot by Jordan Rios. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Celso missed all his free throws in their last game and still could not hit in this one. Zero out of 2 at the line para kay Joseph Celso. San Juan as a team was 12 out of 20 from the 15-foot parallel, 60%. 3-point field goal story on your screens, 1 out of 5 for San Juan and 2 out of 6 now for Rizal. Mendoza against the smaller Wamar, off to the right. Rios challenging for that offensive rebound. Looks like he's going to be called for that loose ball foul. Rios already with 3 points to his name. Patakino checks in here para sa San Juan. Rizal still on that full court defense. Caballero picking up Taiwan in the backcourt. Taiwan has fit in seamlessly in this backcourt para kay Coach Randy Alcantara, even forming a trio with Lamar and Fuentes at times. Now has the record for most assists in a game. That happened against the Mindoro Tams, that record-breaking match where 3 points, most 3-pointers in a game, biggest lead by a team happened. Here's that block by Rios against Denison. That triggers 24-second shot clock para sa Knights. Rizal forcing another turnover here. Jeric Serrano gets called for a warning here for delay of the game. Taiwan on your screens here. Arun Taiwan only 3 out of 5 in 20 minutes. 8 points for him in that game against the Gensan Warriors. sorry, that warning was on Mike Alisan of San Juan and not Jeric Serrano of Rizal. Taiwan gets a steal here for San Juan. Calisan all alone underneath for two. First 2 points in the game para kay Mike Calisan. Caballero working on Taiwan. Malili in the handoff. Mendoza, step back. Left corner 3, Jeric Serrano. Doesn't work. Rios, offensive rebound. Couldn't score. Calisan working against Serrano. Up, under, doesn't work. Tries to get the rebound, does so. Taiwan now will ask for the screen. 6 seconds on the shot clock here for San Juan. Takes the 3 and makes it. Marwin Taiwan for 3. First basket of the game para kay Marwin Taiwan. Former Emilio Aguinaldo College General. Caballero breaks free. 5 points now in the game para kay Keanu Caballero. Caballero was 4 out of 14, a dismal 28.6% from the field, but had 11 points in that loss against the Imus Bandera. Calisan now getting that end one opportunity, muscling his way for that basket. Let's look at that again. Got the bump from Serrano, and just enough hang time to concentrate and sink that shot. Here's that breakaway move by Keanu Caballero. Beautiful two-man game action. Lawrence Victoria now into the game, as well as Mark Benitez para sa Rizal Xentro Mall Golden Coolers. Daniel Aguirre also makes his first appearance in this one. Bonus free throw here for Mike Alisan. Sinks that. San Juan now up by 3. Edgar Charcos is also in the game. So all of these guys coming from the bench here for the Golden Coolers. No more starters on the floor. Calisan gets the steal. 2-on-2. Calisan will score. 7 points now in the game para kay Mike Calisan. All in the last 3 minutes. Rios gets a screen from Aguirre, thinking 3. Daniel, the pass to Charcos. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Benitez, challenged by the defense. Rios gets his own miss. Oh, Jordan Rios already with 3 offensive rebounds in this game. One of the best rebounding guards that we have here at the MPBL. Only had 1 offensive rebound though in that game against Imus. There's the challenge by Celso. Gets it again and is entangled with Calisan. But a foul will be called against Mike. Baseline inbound para sa Rizal. Stingy defense here by the Knights. Charcos gets it to Victoria. 3 seconds on the shot clock. The leaner. That doesn't fall, but another board here para sa Rizal. Charcos blitz. Gets it to Benitez for 3. That's off to the right. Five-point lead here para sa San Juan. 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Taiwan driving left. The pull-up. 3-pointer is good for Marwin Taiwan. Second 3-point shot of the game for Marwin Taiwan. And what a time to come. Beating the buzzer to end our first period. Both teams going up and down on the scoreboard. But eventually the Knights, because of their spectacular 3-point shooting, regaining their touch from the outside, able to establish this 8-point lead despite the efforts of Troy Malilin, Jolo Mendoza, and the whole Rizal Xentro Mall Golden Coolers team. Calisan swooping in and scoring 7 points in that first period. San Juan up 20-12. We'll be back for the second quarter.
Obviously, this is not how Coach Jonathan Banal imagined their last few games to be. That's why the pressure on them has doubled in their last 2 matches, including this one. Losing 3 of their main guys in Jolo Mendoza, Malilin, and Cobb has definitely hurt them in their last few games. And he says, baka daw na-relax ang Rizal at some point, knowing that they are already in the playoffs. This is not the mindset that Coach Jonathan wants, kaya he emphasized in the dugout that everybody needs to step up. Today, the 3 guys are back, kaya the coaches are expecting all players to be more involved and be patient with their decisions on the floor. Javi?
Thank you for that report. That was Sydney Crespo. She will be manning the sidelines here for courtside duty. And yeah, that's right. You know, Rizal hasn't been exactly looking like a playoff-bound team, especially in this past 4 games. First quarter field goal story on your screens. Charcos gets a basket here for Rizal. And right now, I'm sure Coach Tantan Banal not happy with the way they ended that first quarter. Already tasted the lead, but relinquished it right away when San Juan suddenly found their touch from the outside. Denison drops it off. Calisaan, another basket para kay Mike. 9 points now in the game. Back to an 8-point advantage here for the Knights. Little single-double being ran here by Rizal. A good ball denial by the Knights. Rios. Benitez tries to hand it off. Working on Celso. Backs him up. Kick out Charcos. Offensive rebound again for Rizal. And Rios will score. 5 points in the game para kay Jordan Rios. Rios 7 points in their match against the Imus Bandera. 2 out of 4 from the field. And 3 rebounds. Calisaan very aggressive in this game, and he continues to find the basket here. Gets fouled by Daniel Aguirre. First foul against Aguirre. Here's Calisaan. Very aggressive in this game. Second trip at the line para dito kay Mike Calisaan. Misses on that occasion though. Calisaan coming from the San Sebastian program. First player in double digits here. 10 points now in the game para sa kanya. Benitez gets it to Victoria. Victoria working on Denison. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Rizal has had a problem executing here. In San Juan, another steal. No look pass. Calisaan will score. And he continues to sizzle here. Now a dozen points in the game para kay Calisaan. Doing it all. Running the floor, scoring inside, getting the N1 opportunities. Benitez. That was a steal. And look at that, the no-look pass by Denison. 3-on-1 break ran beautifully by the Knights. So good, you have to see it twice. Calisaan, another basket in this game. Aguirre for 3. That doesn't go. Aquino couldn't handle the pass. Baseline inbound para dito sa San Juan Knights. Oh, Aquino heads up play there. Bouncing it off the back of Aguirre. And Aquino will score. That should be a play on our highlight reel. Benitez from the perimeter. Airballs that one. Aguirre, 10 on the shot clock. Hands it off. Rios to Benitez. That's score for Rizal. First 2 points in the game para kay Mark Benitez. 27-18 is the count. Almost 4 minutes into this second quarter. Biggest lead here for the Knights. Denison from the left flank. Doesn't go. Aguirre with the rebound. Victoria all the way for 2. Lawrence Victoria, one of the bright spots in that game against the Imus Bandera, but also struggled actually. Did have 9 points though. Denison hits from the outside. It's another 3-pointer para sa San Juan. 3-pointer number 5 in this game for the Knights. Still a 9-point advantage here for San Juan. Victoria, emergency pass. Another steal by Denison. Taiwan is off to the races for 2. San Juan now establishing their first double-digit lead of this game. This is an 11-point lead for the Knights. Denison gets another steal, and Rios couldn't catch up to Taiwan, who scores his 8th point of the game. San Juan has been on a tear here. Denison, hand in the face, no problem for the former FU Tamarao. A lot of 3-pointers para sa Knights in this game. Time out muna tayo dito. We'll be back after these.
Back inside the Batangas City Coliseum for this matchup between Rizal Golden Coolers, Xentro Mall, and the San Juan Knights. Go for gold. So Del Tupas being joined by Javi Palanya to bring you this ball game. San Juan trying to bounce back from that loss last Tuesday. Ito namang Rizal also trying to improve their playoff position. Keanu Caballero with a drive. The kick out. That's an error ball. Jolo Mendoza.
Oh, San Juan has been playing impeccable defense in this game. Very stingy, making it hard for the Golden Coolers to get a decent shot off.
Speaking of defense, that's a steal by J-Boy Gob. Caballero. Back out to Gob. Gob will fire. 3-pointer. Too strong. Rebound to Jodel Fuentes. Jodel Fuentes trying to bounce back from that horrendous shooting night. Couple of nights ago, it's a foul away from the ball. Second will go against double foul on J-Boy Gob and Dexter Marquez. And as we mentioned, have a very tough evening para sa San Juan Knights shooting the basketball.
Only 34.7% from the field in that game against the Gensan Warriors.
Punta muna tayo kay Sydney Crespo.
Coach Randy Alcantara recalls that they lost to 6 out of their fellow 7 top teams in the North and South, and that is the bigger picture of their unfinished mission today and on to the playoffs. What's familiar in these losses are their miscues na dala raw ng kanilang poor decision making. Today, that's even reminded to them. Plus timing na for Coach Randy are the 2 most important factors tonight. Your thoughts on this, Sidelf and Abby?
Yeah, thank you so much, Sydney. Alam mo naman that when nandito na tayo sa business end ng ating kampanya, and if you're Coach Randy Alcantara, you've had plenty of games to experience, mature, grow together as a team.
And he expects only the best from his players, really puts a heavy premium on excellence. And right now, I'm sure he's very happy with much of that in their last match against Gensan. They really made him bleed for his points.
Mendoza just not there. Wamar umatake, labas kay Fuentes. Uses the pick from Marquez. That's off J-Boy Gob. But the steal completed and a fast break basket para sa Rizal.
Oh, from Katipunan to Diliman.
Ang ganda ng connection doon. Here's Wamar. Goes to Marquez. Plenty of time. Pasok yan para kay Joseph Marquez.
Balong Marquez has just really fit seamlessly into this San Juan Knights team. Mukhang talagang pinaalam ni Coach Randy sa kanya kung ano talaga yung role niya dito. And he's a very capable scorer, but he has been a type of 3-and-D player para dito sa Knights. Sometimes even playing with 4 position.
Good addition para sa Knights. Ito si Joseph Marquez. Very familiar because he has been with San Juan in the previous campaigns. Marquez inside. That rolls in para sa San Juan. Rizal made to pay for missing their shots. The Knights just in the groove this afternoon. Dexter Marquez with another basket inside off the feed from Orlan Mamar. Timeout. Tayo dito. Magbabalik kami. Fuentes trying to make up for that awful shooting night against Gensan. Here he is with our epic move of the game. Atin sa inyo ng OK Bet. Own the win. Jodel Fuentes showing us a wide array of moves. He's more than just a shooter, Javi.
Oh yeah, definitely. And he has really proven it to us this season na hindi lang talaga siya outside gunner. And that's why he is one of our all-star starters this season.
Oh, and para naman sa kay Jodel, that performance 2 nights ago, I think medyo anomaly sa kanyang.
Sigurado ako dinamdam niya yun. And I'm very sure that he was looking forward to this game to be able to bounce back, because that is something that we don't see every day. Jodel Fuentes struggling from the field, usually a very efficient performer, especially from the outside. And defenses have been searching for solutions to guard him all season long.
Binigyan ng blueprint ang liga natin on how to stop Jodel Fuentes. Binigyan ng Gensan ng blueprint. Malilin misses on the 3 to beat the shot clock. Here's Orlan Wamar setting the play for San Juan. 2.5 minutes remaining in the second period. Dexter Marquez. Fuentes fires. Pasok yan!
Well, all he needed was a little daylight to get away from Cano Caballero. Fake that backdoor cut and then pop back out to hit that 3-pointer.
May puting putos na si Jodel Fuentes. Orlan Wamar to Fuentes. 1 dribble pull-up. Offline. A rebound. Troy Malilin. Cano Caballero finds Malilin. That short stab falls para kay Troy Malilin.
Well, I think we should see more of that from the Golden Coolers. They have obviously been having a hard time executing at the half court, so now they have to explore pushing the basketball, which they have done beautifully in this season.
Here's Fuentes. Binigyan ng pick ni Marquez. Baba sila kay Dexter Marquez. The turnaround shot. Everything falling for the Knights this afternoon, Javi.
Oh, the Knights already up to 53% from the field, and they get a steal here.
Jodel Fuentes trying to lead the break. 4 San Juan players ang naghihintay para umatake sa fast break na yon, and Keanu Caballero had to give up the foul.
Oh, Rizal clearly struggling here. Even in transition, the defense of San Juan very evident on all plays.
Jolo Mendoza still looking for his timing. Ang tagal din niyang nawala. No,
That's right. He has been a missing piece, especially in their past few games. Of course, the leading scorer for the Golden Coolers. Other players have tried to step up, pero syempre iba pa rin talaga yung nandyan yung top gunner mo sa hig.
Troy Malilin getting the foul on Orlan Wamar. So, nasa linya si Troy Malilin.
Oh, this is also one guy that they have to get going. Troy Malilin, one of our all-star reserves in the South Division.
Free throw is brought to you by Xentro Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Coach Jonathan Banal trying to arrest this slump of the Rizal Golden Coolers. Siyempre, kailangan na nilang gumawa ng panalo dito. They've lost their last 4 games as Serrano misses and Malilin puts it back in.
Opportunity for Malilin to redeem himself after missing those 2 free throws.
Probably itong Rizal, I don't see Bacoor catching up with him in that number 6 position. Fuentes again, now in double figures. Jodel Fuentes with 10 points, couple of 3-pointers here in the second quarter.
Well, it seems Rizal has not learned from what Gensan did to Jodel Fuentes in the last game. He has been going off here. Calisaan was the one responsible in the first quarter, bridging the second period. But right now, take over by Jodel Fuentes. Capobres, though, wanting to change that narrative para sa Rizal.
And what a move here by Alvin Capobres. Some hang time as he gets away from Marim. Couple of dribbles and just suspended in midair. Just enough to create some contact before putting that one in. And Alvin Capobres looking to complete the 3-point play. He does. 3 points. Kay Alvin Capobres, 17 points ang kalamangan dito ng San Juan. Wamar! And with the way they struggled against Gensan, you felt that San Juan was again due for an explosive performance. The Knights regaining their confidence, regaining their bearings here against the Rizal Golden Coolers. A statement in the first half as they close it out with a 20-point lead. 49-29. Balikan natin ang ating first few minutes. Michael Calisaan ang nanguna sa Knights. 12 points. Just setting the tone for this wonderful first half para sa mga bata ni Coach Randy Alcantara. Calisaan, a force inside, playing some D as well. Here he is connecting with Ron Dennison. Not much that the Golden Coolers can do there as Calisaan registers 12 points in that first 2 quarters. Let's go to Sydney Crespo.
Yes, Adelph, I am with our player at the half, Michael Calisaan, leading his team with 12 big points. Michael, Coach Randy mentions in the dugout yung mga poor decision-making nyo in the last few games, especially in your losses. What can you say about the decision-making na nagawa nyo so far in the first half?
So ngayon kasi ang ginagawa namin is talagang in-execute lang namin yung mga plays namin. Tapos gusto namin talaga is bumounce back kasi galing kami sa loss last game eh. So gusto namin i-maximize yung yung dalawang games namin na natitira ngayong elimination.
Michael, I'm sure we can expect Rizal to attempt to bounce back in the third quarter, di ba? Gusto nila mag-comeback in this game. Ano ba sa tingin mo yung isang bagay na kailangan nyo pang gawin come second half, especially that you mentioned you need to maximize your last 2 matches?
Siguro yun, dapat ayusin pa namin yung decision making namin and then dagdagan na lang namin ng energy and effort.
Thank you so much, Michael, and good luck in the second half. Mga kaliga, wag po kayong aalis. We have more halftime interviews after this break.
halftime dito sa Batangas City Coliseum, kung saan ang Rizal, Golden Coolers, Xentro Mall, and the San Juan Knights go for gold, trying to improve their playoff positions. Lamang ang San Juan ng 20 points, and first quarter was all about the Knights getting out on the fast break. Michael Calisaan had 12. He did most of the damage for the Knights before Judel Fuentes took over in the second period. Not much resistance in the first two quarters from the Golden Coolers, Abby.
Rizal actually started well in this game, but when San Juan started to find their bearing, especially from the outside, they did not look back. And this guy here, look at that no-look pass. Beautiful fast break ran by San Juan. Calisaan really spearheaded the attack before Judel Fuentes took over late in that second period. It was all San Juan in that first half. Defense and offense. Rizal was having a hard time executing in the half court. Meanwhile, the Knights were just doing it from all angles, hitting from the outside, running on the break, getting the turnovers, getting the steals. Judel Fuentes regaining his touch from the field in this, as well as this guy, Orlan Mamar, closing out that first half with that booming three-pointer from all the way out.
Well, 30% shooting lang ang Rizal Golden Coolers, and San Juan Knights back to their usual performance from beyond the arc, 43%. And obviously the assist story and the inside points telling us what happened in that first half.
You know, despite San Juan shooting well from the outside, they're also pounding it in the interior. 22 inside points. Usually you would think that for a team that's shooting well from the outside, mapupunta na yung inside points category dun sa kabilang koponan. But in this game, San Juan is really dominating all facets.
Leading scorers natin, Michael Calisaan had 12 points. Judel Fuentes with 10. Marvin Taiwan had 8. And Joseph Marquez with a couple of three-pointers para kay Coach Randy Alcantara. Rizal naman, leaning on Troy Malilin, who had 6 points. 5 points naman binigay ni Kiano Caballero. And Mark Benitez had a couple of baskets. Jordan Rios had 3. So we're just about ready for the second half. Tingnan natin kung may magagawa ang Rizal Golden Coolers sa kanilang paghabol dito against the San Juan Knights. Go for gold.
That report by Sydney earlier, Coach Tantan Banal, he really wants his team to be sharp as they head into the postseason, because they have not looked like a playoff-bound team, especially in this losing streak that they are in. And they wish to snap that in this game. Already approaching the last games of their campaign here.
Victoria quickly to Caballero. The Knights right there to get back in transition. Rios gets the offensive rebound. Back out to Victoria. Fires a 3. That's strong. Capobres to Caballero. Back to Capobres. Takes the 3 ball. Offline rebound ni Michael Calisaan. And back comes San Juan Knights. Go for gold.
Rizal has had 9 offensive rebounds. Actually 10 after that. But they only could muster 6 second chance points. And offensive rebounds don't really matter if you're not able to convert it into baskets. That's going to be an offensive foul against Fuentes.
Offensive foul on Judel Fuentes. Patawa na lang siya in that call.
That's quite rare. You don't really see him smiling during games, no?
Oo. Well, actually, medyo lumalabas na rin eh. He's losing up in the past few games.
Usually very stoic in his
Actually,
emotions.
tumawa nga siya eh nung halftime eh. Parang alam niya na yata na may mention natin na hindi siya masyadong tumatawa. Troy Malilin inside. The spin move. Pasok yan para kay Troy Malilin.
Oh, he really has to be aggressive here for Rizal. At that time, working on Tajonera, he does have the speed advantage and he could put the ball on the floor.
Here's Orlan Wamar against Caballero. 2 former CEU standouts. Throwing at it. Uy, Fuentes na libre. A kick out, intercepted by Victoria. Quickly to Capobres. Alvin Capobres puts it in.
That's exactly what Rizal has to do. Push the ball every opportunity they get. But before they could do that, they have to be able to play defense, get some stops.
Wamar, Tahonera, Fuentes, dribbles to the side, pasok yan.
All 3-point shots of Fuentes in this game have been open looks. And that's only, just a little space for him to work on. That's definitely going to be a basket para sa kanya.
Capobres with a jumper, in and out and in again.
Not really his cup of tea hitting from the outside, but they'll take that basket. But so far, the Golden Coolers still down by a big margin here. There's still 17 points.
This is the jumper from Capobres, 18 feet. Just inside the arc. Ito naman, beyond the arc. Jodel Fuentes, pinapakiramdaman ang ring dito sa Batangas as he will be in our three-point shootout on Sunday and in the All-Star game.
I'll go out on a limb here and I'll say that Jodel Fuentes may have a chance to win the All-Star game MVP.
Oh, some big words there from my partner, Javi Palanya. Tingnan natin sa linggo. Yung All-Star Game MVP, medyo inano yan eh. Medyo depende talaga din sa coach eh.
Tama.
Kung umapasok, a hard foul there.
Oh, and Calisan crashes onto our A-boards on the baseline.
Yung Capobles, these are former San Sebastian Stags. Very familiar with each other. Nice inbound pass there from Taiwan.
Alam mo naman pag mga dating teammates or at least players coming from the same school, when they go up against each other, it's extra competitive.
At any level,
Any level.
Kahit pick-up game lang.
Oo naman. Mas lalo nga pag pick-up game eh.
His free throw is brought to you by Xentro Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. You don't want to be in the middle of that. If you're playing alongside one player na may former teammate sa kabila, meron ng 14 points si Michael Calisan. One player that really has to get going as we approach the playoffs. Ito si Michael Calisaan, Javi, and alam naman natin yung value niya dito sa San Juan Knights together with Dexter Marquez. Not the biggest front line dito sa ating liga, but certainly very capable and to match up against the bigs here in the league.
One of the most hardworking frontline duos as well, and I think that's one of their upsides going up against opposing big men in this tournament, because they really are everywhere on the court, going for 50-50 balls. And actually, in the past few games especially, they have also been doing it offensively, especially itong si Dexter Marquez.
Well, the versatility of these two players going forward will be an asset para sa Knights. Caballero for three. That doesn't drop. Victoria trying to save it. Run out of space. 54-35, 6.5 minutes remaining in the third.
Great individual defense, really, especially in the half court for the Knights in this game. Almost every half court set that Rizal runs, they have been settling to go in the last seconds of the 24-second clock.
Trying to get inside position. Itong si Dexter Marquez. Ends up as a turnover. Tulak daw galing kay Dexter Marquez. Still a 19-point lead for the Knights. And let's turn you over to Sidney Crespo.
Coach Jonathan reiterates with his team that this San Juan squad is not handing them this win and even make it easy for them. As he mentions na kilala niya itong mga mentors nila dahil former coaches niya rin ito sa college. Same with what you mentioned, Javi, earlier. Coach Jonathan remembers his former mentors to be detail-oriented. On top of that, they still have that champion mindset. To counter these factors though, Rizal needs to play as one strong unit and show out with conviction. Importante daw ang kumpiyansa sa larong ito. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Sydney. If you're Coach Jonathan Banal, definitely have. You're looking ahead at that first round matchup. And, you know, San Juan's caliber, I think, with, you can say that they can be, you know, if they play in the South, they'll be up there as well. So, you know, a really good barometer on how playoff ready itong Rizal Golden Coolers ang laban na to for them.
Exactly, and I'm sure Coach Jonathan Banal really wants this kind of test dito na sa regular season patapos na, because he doesn't want his team to be creating these kinds of mistakes in the first round. Alam naman natin, very important because it's just gonna be a best of 3 affair. So whoever wins the first game will be setting the tone for that series. And going up against Sarangani, as Denison scores inside, one of the toughest teams here in the league, should really be, you know, it should be a perfect game para sa Rizal going into that first match.
Well, when you're in the playoffs, kung mahigpit itong depensa ng San Juan, siguro mas dobleng higpit pa kung sino makakalaban nila in the postseason. Inside they go. And that ball tapped away by Troy Malilin.
But you know, for Rizal, the youth has been factoring in to their struggles recently, and I think it's very good for them to be put in this kind of test. But obviously, they have to grow fast. They have to fast track their development here in the MPBL, because Coach Jonathan Banal, I'm sure he knows that, but I'm sure he also wants to win.
Oh, and you know, they've been one of the nicer stories this season. Alam natin yan. You know, love watching some college hotshots getting their chance and, you know, being given an opportunity to grow as they prepare for probably bigger challenges ahead. Pero it's also, you know, if you're a franchise like Rizal that has not been that successful compared to the other teams, gusto mo naman na ano na may balik din sa iyo may return of investment sa youth so far this season.
And you know, ang ganda rin kasi ng storya, sabi mo nga, because these are players who have chips on their shoulder, like guys like Jolo Mendoza, Troy Malilin. They forwent the remaining playing years. Well, Troy Malilin did, to be able to prove a point and say that they can hang with the best here in the MPBL.
Individually, with a lot to prove. They came from really good programs. Yun ang talagang masasabi mo dito, no? The key players of Rizal came from really good collegiate programs, like this guy right here, Edgar Charcos, who had Coach Frankie Lim as his mentor in his last 2 years with perpetual help.
By the way, congratulations to Coach Frankie Lim, who's back on the bench in the PBA.
Oo. Laking laking karangalan din yun for Coach Frankie back in the big league. Nagsimula pa yun nung season dito.
Yeah.
Kasama natin. Mendoza for 3. Still not there for Jolo. Mike to Taiwan. Here's Jodel. Always ready to shoot. Jodel Fuentes. Trying to set himself free. Fuentes on the step back. He's asking for a foul. Charcos. Nabitawan ni Malili ng bola. Fuentes is off to the races and Jodel scores.
And for a coach, that's not what you want to see. Charcos committed that turnover, tas may konting iling-iling pa, which provided the opportunity for San Juan to be comfortable in finishing that break unmolested.
Charcos Serios. 5 segundo sa shot clock ng Rizal. Mendoza puts it on the deck. Jolo drives and he scores the 2.
Difficult shot right there. Really working on getting that basket.
Dexter Marquez. Denison. Offensive foul on Ron Denison. Alam niya. Alam mo, isa sa mga na-notice ko din dito, Javi, with San Juan, guys like, you know, Dexter Marquez. I think more than anything, he just loves the idea that he has a lot of time on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
Si Dexter Marquez.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's not, you know, there are players na, you know, hindi ganun ka-evident na ang saya nila na nasa loob sila. Ito, kitang-kita mo eh.
And he has been showing it in the numbers as well. Hindi lang talaga yung mga movements sa court. He has been putting in the results, and I'm sure Coach Randy Alcantara very happy with the decision of getting Dexter Marquez added to their roster midway through this season.
Here's Dexter. He fires a 3. That doesn't drop. Offensive rebound, Ron Denison.
It's actually going to be very interesting if San Juan can, you know, be one of the dark horses for the championship this season. Obviously, they have had their struggles in their campaign here. Players going in, players going out. But right now, they look to be a very cohesive, dangerous unit.
And I like the way they've responded after that loss to Gensan. Here's Jeric Serrano, denied by Joseph Marquez. Big block there. Edgar Charcos. Maba sila kay Benitez. Bola na San Juan ngayon. Marquez. It's the ball on the deck. Not enough there. Mendoza quickly to Lawrence Victoria for the 2 points.
A majority of the baskets in this quarter by Rizal have come on the break. They have to be able to play good defense. They have not stopped this offensive onslaught by San Juan.
19 assists so far para sa Knights, 12 lang para sa Golden Coolers. I would have loved to cut this lead to around probably 11 to 9 points at that range. Pero San Juan just unrelenting in their assault here.
Look at these guys. The body language of the Golden Coolers, they look so tired.
No.
San Juan has really wore them down in this game. And we're just about to finish this third quarter.
It will come. There will come a time that yung mase-separate itong men from the boys in the playoffs. We'll see if the Golden Coolers can elevate their game. Ayun na, playoff mode na yung San Juan eh.
Yeah.
Ilang linggo na actually.
Just that minor setback against Gensan, which also seems to be on playoff mode.
Iba din yun. Iba din ang focus dun sa kabila. Grabe din.
Oh, Christian Fajarito, my, just really a revelation in that game. 20 points. You know, he's always been that player with a huge upside, but hindi pa natin fully nare-realize eh. But I think, you know, getting the minutes from Coach Marlon Martin has really helped him.
And that will do it sa ating third quarter. San Juan Knights maintaining that big 20-point advantage. A sizable lead going into the final frame. Despite the efforts of Keanu Caballero, and the Knights still taking the game to the Golden Coolers. 3 quarters down, and the Knights still on top by 20 points. our all-star starters on Sunday. Seda Plaza, Mark Yee, Nico Panganiban, JC Marcelino, Kit Jimenez for the South. Para naman sa North, Michael Mabulak, RV Bringas, Archie Concepcion, Carlo Lastimosa, and Jodel Fuentes. Coaches Jerson Cabiltes and Cholo Villanueva ang hawak sa parehong teams. Of course, Coach Cholo with the best record in the South. Coach Jerson, perfect pa rin ang kanyang team. Paano ba matalo yung team na yun? Parang hirap ang lahat.
Everybody's been trying to answer that question. That is the million peso question of the season. One game away from a sweep.
Oo. Alam mo, andun na nga yung if you look at social media, if you scroll through, may nakita na nga ako na yung meme, yung sa Ayon Nueva Ecija, every time may laro, andun na may last time, Pampanga, ngayon, sama mo na yung Pasig na was actually tied for second with Pampanga in the North. Now Pampanga is back at solo second because of that Pasig loss last night. Marquez, what a shot. Joseph Marquez, the versatility and the offensive punch na binibigay niya dito sa San Juan, just a timely and a welcome addition to this team.
Yeah, because it makes defenses even have a harder time trying to match up with them, because Marquez, he can play a lot of positions. He can even play the one spot for Coach Randy if needed. Can hit an outside shot, can put the ball on the floor, can play in the low block, and he can also play excellent defense.
Joseph Marquez, ang ganda dito, for a 3, he has he has some size advantage as well, and he can play the 4 and it causes matchup problems, and here he is with their 3-point shot of the game. Atin sa inyo ng Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Victoria to Benitez. Serrano from the corner. Just a 2.
Let's see if that shot can spark something from underneath the Golden Coolers. They've been playing full court pressure defense the whole game, but San Juan has been able to break that easily throughout this match. Nothing really going here the way of Rizal, as the push was called against Jolo Mendoza after Aquino was battling him at the post.
Baseline inbound, CJ Isit. CJ. And down goes Jolo Mendoza.
Bench point story, 32 to 20 plus 12 for the Knights. Everybody pitching in their own little way para kay Coach Randy Alcantara. Marquez, another basket and another score.
Meron na siyang 13 puntos. Javi, itong si
I think this is his best game of the season.
Yeah, for sure. Edgar Charco, that high arcing 3 doesn't work. 3-guard lineup dito para kay Coach Jonathan Banal. Tingnan natin kung magbabago ang ihip ng hangin para sa team niya. Serrano, short on that jumper. Rebound ni Orlan Wamar.
Mismatch here at the post.
Yeah. Marquez again. That time, unable to sink that 3.
Useless foul given up here by Art Aquino, but I think it's going to be a double foul between him and Caballero.
Couple of former CEU standouts as well. Alam mo yung mga nabubuo nitong programa ng CEU?
They have a very underrated program.
Underrated program, and you know what? Ang gusto ko talaga doon is that they're producing really, really good role players.
Yes.
Hindi mo hindi mo minsan, it's like they're so underrated because yung role players na nakukuha nilang ma-develop eh.
And actually, yan talaga ang these are the players na tumatagal sa mga liga na ganito because obviously, you know, superstars, they only come rarely. Pero yung mga role players, kailangan ng every team yan eh. Superstars, they only need, what, 1 or 2 players to really be that guy for their squads. But you need a lot of role players to be able to create a very good team. These guys who will do the dirty work, mga specialista na sinasabi, 3-and-D guys.
And, you know, longevity-wise, si Art Aquino, matagal.
Oh, yeah.
Matagal na rin sa Knights yan. No? Kasama yan sa championship team noong 2019. This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. In and out on the second para kay Keanu. A slight nudge there from CJ Isit. This guy has to also get going here for the Knights, no? Galing din sa injury, long layoff. So time, you know, para makakuha na ng timing itong mga players na galing sa injuries, no? Guys like Jolo Mendoza and CJ Isit. Malilin inside. And there's a foul on Joseph Marquez.
They have really been stamping their class here itong San Juan. That height advantage really on full display in this game. And Rizal has had a hard time finishing inside despite the numerous offensive rebounds given up by San Juan.
Alvin Capobres at the line. Has had his struggles at the free throw line in this ball game. 0 for 3.
Rizal only 45% as a team from the line in this game.
No, even that is a problem going forward. Hindi ka mananalo ng playoff game pag 45%.
Oh yeah, definitely. And if you're giving up 51% from the field sa kabilang koponan, San Juan, they just needed one game to struggle and now they're back on cruise control.
Fuentes and Mendoza matched up here. Jodel gets away. Jodel making it look so easy.
Napaka-relax naman nun. Ang dali ng basketball para kay Jodel Fuentes.
Malilin steps into that 3 ball.
Finally a shot from the outside. The first guy in double figures for Rizal.
73 to 55. 6.5 minutes remaining. Isit gets it to Marquez. They leave him alone again. That time, hindi pumasok ang kanyang tira. Art Aquino gets it to CJ Isit. He'll pull back. And wait for Marquez to provide the pick. Here he is, splitting the D and laying it in.
Oh, welcome back to San Juan, CJ Isit. One of Coach Randy Alcantara's most loyal soldiers.
Jolo Mendoza misses on the jumper. Here's Jodel Fuentes. Fuentes. Umatake down the lane. Too strong on the figure roll. Capobres pushing the basketball. Leaves it to Malilin. Drop pass. Jolo Mendoza scores.
Oh, that's a good basket there for Rizal. But the individual defense of the Golden Coolers in this game has been very lousy. A lot of blow-bys and easy shots at the rim para sa San Juan. They're giving up outside shots and they're giving easy opportunities at the rim. That's not the way to play defense, especially come the postseason where everything will be in full throttle. And, you know, against Sarangani, which is a possible foe in that first round, you want to play excellent defense against a guy like Kit Jimenez.
We'll bring you this OK Bet move of the game. Atid sa inyo ng OK Bet. On the win, CJ Isit. Again, one of the more tenured players ng the San Juan Knights. I don't see probably Dexter Marquez and Michael Calisan coming back, especially if this lead is remains the same hanggang sa dulo. Pero nandiyan pa rin si Jodel Fuentes. Yes, sir! Jodel Fuentes. Walang smile, Javi.
Wala. Narinig na siguro tayo nung pinapansin natin.
Malilin puts it in.
that's going to be a tap out of bounds. And still relentless, the defense of San Juan, despite this huge advantage. Marvin Taiwan will check into the game for Art Patrick Aquino. There's that booming triple by Jodel Fuentes. And the getaway by Caballero, dropping it off to Malilin.
Keanu. Binalik na pala si Marvin Taiwan dito ni Coach Randy. 14 on the shot clock for Rizal.
Well, first appearance for Bandre Benes in this game.
Wow. Oo nga, no? Nakapasok lang.
That's quite odd.
3 seconds to shoot. Capobres took an extra step.
So that time, San Juan shifting to a 2-3 zone. And still Rizal could not get through the defense.
Not a good sign of your coach Jonathan Banal heading into the playoffs. Rebound ni Troy Malirin. Still have one more game after this, Javi. Caballero for 3. That's good.
Only the 4th triple in this game for Rizal. You know, that has been one thing that they have been very good at in this season. 3-pointers in running on the break. 2 of those things we have not seen a lot in this match. And clearly that is the reason why they are down, aside from the defense that has really not been good.
Well, for Coach Jonathan Banal, also a huge test in his very young coaching career. You know, a 5-game losing streak at the worst possible time. Oh, great D. Para dito sa Rizal, they forced that 5-second violation, so they will have the basketball down 16 under 4 minutes remaining.
Well, Rizal will be going up against Marikina in their final game of this campaign. Turnover story on your screens. +5 pa nga dyan ang Knights. But they still hold the advantage here.
CJ Isit nagmamadali. Gets it back from Taiwan. Tapped away by Caballero. Fouled by Fuentes. Si Keanu Caballero. Oh, Kalisan returning to the ball game.
Well, this is after all just a 16-point lead. You know, 2 3-pointers here will change the complexion of this match. That's why naninigurado dito si Coach Randy Alcantara. On your screens there, Captain Marbel, Commissioner Kenneth Doremdes.
2 more games right here at the Batangas City Coliseum. Bacolod and Makati. Bacolod becoming the first team na matatapos ang napakahabang napakahaba at napakabilis na regular season natin.
It all went by so fast, no?
Oo.
Parang kailan lang.
Parang kailan
we
lang
starting.
mag-isa ako dito. Buti na lang sinamahan mo ako.
Well, this is actually the very venue that I first called a game this season.
With the great JV Gayoso. Miss ko na yung taong yun.
Oo rin eh. We hope that he's gonna be back soon.
We hope to have him back for the All-Star Sunday. Here's Caballero. Inintay si Victoria. Looks like a clean block.
It looked like a very clean block. Not really sure what the foul was there. Makikita natin sa replay yan. But it's still unrelenting on the defensive end itong San Juan Knights.
It looks like it will go against Taiwan there.
It was downstairs. Because it was very clean. That block by Joseph Marquez. I think there's going to be a technical. Will this be a technical?
Hindi naman. Ang galing din itong yung San Juan, no? The way they mix up, their game plan. this is not the same game plan that they employed against Bataan. They played differently against Gensan, and although they lost, they still had a chance in that ball game. No?
Oh, that's the beauty of having a very deep roster and having versatile players, because you could really change the way you approach games because of the flexibility that your players bring to your roster. Minsan, it's Dexter Marquez who is the focal point of the offense. Sometimes it's the guards carrying the load para sa kanila. Wamar, Fuentes, even Marvin Taiwan joining in the mix. And I'm sure CJ Isit will be a welcome addition heading into the postseason. Not just, his play on the floor, but the leadership that he brings, especially to the San Juan team.
And ito na, the human victory cigar ng San Juan Knights. Go for gold. Joseph Obalde. Pinasok na. As Capobres puts it in, 12. Okay. 10 points na para kay Capobres. Just a 12-point lead here. Kalisaan almost lost it. Couple of stops here can change things up. Couple of stops, couple of scores. Wamar with a getaway. Foul.
That's just not gonna cut it. You saw how easy Wamar was able to break down the defense up top, and the help late galing dito kay Capobres. Look at that easy blow by against Lawrence Victoria. The speed, fast and the furious itong si Orlan Wamar.
Well, again, wala eh. Yung spring in their step, just not there for the Rizal Golden Coolers.
Well, meanwhile, for San Juan, it has been full throttle, all gas, no brakes in this game.
Parang ako yun, no break. Papunta dito.
Ang bilis mo na 1 hour from Pasig.
Oo, 1.5 from Pasig. I don't know how with the rain and all. Caballero inside, short on that dipsy-do.
Well, that could have brought them within 11 points.
Fuentes using the fake. Fuentes! They're running out of superlatives here with Del Fuentes.
I'm just mesmerized with the way he plays.
Paano naging ganun kadali ang basketball? Because there are players na nahihirapan eh. Kahit sa ganung move, hirap na hirap.
He just makes it look so easy. There are players who are very capable of making that move, pero nakita mo yung effort na in-exert nila, grabe. Pero ito si Jodel Fuentes, parang effortless eh.
Well, the guy who used to be yung go-to guy nitong Knights, John Wilson, with the exception of John Wilson, who won the regular season MVP previous season. Mike Ayonayon, different type of player, very effective as well. Pero ito si Jodel, does not need a lot of, Mike relied a lot on his athleticism and his leaping ability. Pero ito si Jodel, iba naman ang ginagamit niya. Very, very low center of gravity itong si Jodel, but the balance, the footwork is there as well.
Yeah, and he doesn't need a lot of moves to be able to get his shots off. It's rare to see him take 3 more dribbles whenever he gets the basketball.
And they forced a turnover. 14 points ang lamang dito ng San Juan Knights go for gold. And the coach, Jonathan Banal, making one last push here. Minute and 54 ang natitira sa ating laban. Magbabalik ang inyong Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. the San Juan Knights go for gold. Will face the Pampanga Giant Lanterns for their final regular season assignment. That will be in Pampanga, I believe, on October 8th.
Well, if Rizal has been playing unsatisfactorily in their last few matches, San Juan, they didn't have an easy schedule in their last few matches, but they have been responding beautifully to the challenge.
No, they faced probably playoff bound teams.
Yeah.
Yung nakakalaban nila in the last few games. Well,
And that game against Pampanga will definitely be a big one as well.
I think the game against Mindoro and Manila was really huge in terms of getting their rhythm. You know, itong mga players nila. The Fuentes, Orlan Wamar, right? High scoring, lopsided with victories. Napahirapan si Orlan Wamar, and he will set the play now for San Juan. Gets it to Obalde. Libre si Joseph Obalde. Sabihin ko ng human victory cigar ito si Joseph Obalde, but he is a very capable basketball player.
Oh yeah, definitely. He just really has a lot of people ahead of him in that roster, but he can definitely play.
Just a tough nut to crack ito si Joseph Obalde. What I like about him though, Javi, is that he's always ready.
Yeah.
He's always ready. You know, pag pinapasok siya, he gets, 2-4 points once in a while, gets fouled, very aggressive and going to the rim. Now he completes the three-point play, minute and 36.
Well, he actually averages 2.2 points per game.
Iba nga dyan konti lang yung minuto. Mas mababa. Maraming minuto, mababa yung average. Victoria scores 13 points ang lamang ng San Juan. And they pressure Taiwan. Might be a little too late here for the Golden Coolers. They do want to play the foul game.
Well, time definitely not on their side anymore, but we've seen stranger things happen. So let's see San Juan not really out of the woods just yet.
Marvin Taiwan. (87-73). 10 points para kay Marvin Taiwan. Nice pickup as well during the off-season for the Knights. Mendoza misses on that short stab.
Frustration really written all over the faces of the Rizal Golden Coolers in this game. Even the easiest of shots, they could not convert.
Taiwan. Binigay kay Fuentes. Will not get the bounce. They have a jump ball to determine the possession here.
It's going to be a review by our officials. You were talking about Marvin Taiwan, Sidel. During the start of the season, they don't really see a lot of playing time para kay Coach Randy Alcantara. But once he was given the opportunity at bigla siyang bumulusok, talagang he has been a vital cog in the rotation para sa kanila because he has been a good backup for Orlan Mamar because he provides that energy in that second unit. Sobrang bilis, sobrang aggressive rin, and he's a very great passer. He had 20 assists in that game against Mindoro.
Oh, and then
that's the record.
Ang ganda pa dito sa kanya. He's defensively, I think that's where Coach Randy really likes about him.
Because nagagamit niya talaga yung quickness and he has good on-the-ball instincts as well.
Now, Taiwan played for Navotas in the previous season. Kampi niya doon si Renz Gonzalez as Keanu Caballero puts it in. 11 points ang Kalamangan. Doesn't look like the...
Oh boy, Orlan Mamar, one-man press break here para sa Knights. Rizal has put pressure on the backcourt this whole match, but Mamar has very easily broken that press.
I don't think yung diin na hinahanap mo for a playoff bound team is there for Rizal yet. You want to see that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Coach Tantan Banal, obviously at this point of the season, kung kailan patapos na, kailangan nakikita mo, sharpen na yung mga players mo. But the same kind of spunk, the same kind of energy that they brought, especially at the start of the season, kung saan marami silang ginulat na teams, hindi mo na nakikita ngayon because obviously a lot of these squads already prepared for them and were very wary of the capabilities of this team. And they did not want to be complacent, which I believe is what Rizal is in right now, a state of complacency.
Karisaan. Binigay kay Wamar. Looks like they will dribble it out here. Wamar, step back jumper. Ibani Caballero gives it to Victoria. Hangs in the air. Malilid scores on the putback. That score has not really reflected what happened in this ball game. This has been all San Juan right from the get-go. It's a wire-to-wire win for the Knights as they get back on the winning track in the North Division. They're still chasing that number 2 seeding. Ito San Juan Knights, and they're still very much in it. They improved to 13-7. A chance to finish as high as 14 wins this season. Para naman sa Rizal Golden Coolers, Xentro Mall, they dropped to 10-10. Anong ang ating player of the game? Atin sa inyo ng OK Bet, the official partner of the MPBL, with OK Bet own the win. Jodel Fuentes, anong shooting slump ang sinasabi mo, Javi?
No shooting slump right here in this game. Bounced back beautifully after that horrendous performance against the Gensan Warriors. 22 points, 4 out of 8 from three-point country. That is why easy choice for our player of the game.
Let's go to Sydney Crespo.
Yes, Adelph and Javi, kasama ko ang ating best player of the game, Jodel Fuentes of the San Juan Knights. Jodel, in the dugout, napag-usapan ninyo kung gaano ka-importante ang larong ito, especially to get this win. But for you, how important and how will this help you guys sa inyong playoff, especially that you're only 1 game away?
Siyempre, kailangan namin ito no, kasi ongoing na sa playoffs and next game namin is Pampanga. And bawal kami mag-relax, lalo na this game. And yun nga, binigay namin yung 100% namin ngayon.
And speaking of 100%, Jodel, you always seem to give your 100% for your team. Pero at the same time, you seem relaxed, almost emotionless, sabi nga ng iba. Bakit ganito ang demeanor mo at kung gaano ka ka-lock in inside the court? Meron bang kwento yan?
Lagi ako nagdadasal na kailangan consistent ako every game. Kailangan may maiambag ako sa team namin and lumawas naman yung laro ko every game.
Definitely helped you tonight, Jodel. This is your chance para bumati sa iyong pamilya.
Una-una nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord sa binigay na panalo and papasalamat kami sa mga sponsor namin and kay Sen and Go for Gold, Boss Jeremy, and sa Marinerong Pilipino, sa Pincoton, and binabati ko yung pamilya ko sa Davao, si Mama Papa, si asawa ko, baby ko si Matia, and sa pamilya ng asawa ko, si Papa Joel, Mama Elsie, and sa Bakmi Davao, Bakmi Makati, and Mawab, and yun, thank you.
Again, congratulations sa iyo, Jodel. That's our best player of the game. Brought to you by OK Bet, the official partner of the MPBL. With OK Bet, own the win. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Sydney, and congratulations kay Jodel Fuentes. Another best of player of the game honor para kay Judel Fuentes as the Knights roll to their 14th win of the season. And up next, ang Bacolod Bingo Plus ay tatapusin na nila ang kanilang regular season battling this Makati Manila Kingpin team. That's at 7 p.m. Abangan niyo po kami. Magbabalik ang inyong Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League dito sa Batangas City.